Hey guys, Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, we do have a new year coming in, and I'm sure everybody has fingers and toes crossed that it's going to be better in 2021 than it was in 2020. A very challenging year for a lot of people. So, I did some research on what we can do for the new year to prepare for it. So I have 5 rituals or, you know, habits, something that you can start doing for 2021 and then every subsequent new year after that. So, um, the first point I have here is to reevaluate the past year. And this is going to be something incredibly important because if you don't want history to repeat itself, there's an opportunity to reflect on what happened and how to use the past in order to better your future. So I know my family was really hit hard by the pandemic. There was a lot of global upheaval, sort of a disaster level of impactful change. So, if you look at things in the sense that everything happens for a reason, it can kind of ease that a little bit. And, I know people went through extremely difficult and challenging times, but, how do you use that as your foundation for the new year? And that's going to be an individual journey, to sort of look at things. Like for me, myself, I lost my job of 10 years. So that was very challenging. I had to look at myself and sort of accept that with grace and decide what I'm going to do for the future. So so really just reevaluate what happened and if you played any sort of part in it, and if you want things to improve for the next year, then make a bit of a plan for yourself so you can start off on the right foot in 2021. All right, so the second point I have here for you guys is to declutter your life. So this is it's a good time to purge things for yourself. Like what is no longer serving you. You can start with your furnishings, if you've got stuff that just is in the way that you've never used. There's a basic rule of thumb that is, if you haven't used something in a year, it's time to get rid of it, and this is especially important for clothes. And I'm definitely guilty of keeping things forever and ever and ever, because I find that as soon as I donate something, I wish I would have kept it because I found the perfect opportunity to wear that pair of shoes or that sweater or whatever. So, but decluttering your life can also mean moving on from friendships that don't serve you. If you're in a romantic relationship that is just, not desirable and you're hanging on to it for old reasons, it could be time to really evaluate that and declutter your love life, declutter your heart, your mind, your soul, your energy body. There's all kinds of techniques. You can do aura cleansing, you can smudge your house, you can do whatever you need to do for yourself. So if you can think of something right away that you would like to sort of refreshen yourself, just go ahead and do like a search online or do a YouTube search, and you can find tons of different things to do in order to clear the space and clear the energy. And this is also really important when it comes to the law of attraction and the vacuum law. If there's something that you have that you would like to replace with something better, then just get rid of it, knowing that the universe will replace that with something better for you. So that can be a kind of a challenging one for people, especially if you went through an extreme period of lack and you finally have something that you value, but it's not quite exactly what you want, So really look at that too. Like, what can you get rid of? And donating is a great way to give yourself a bit of a boost. If you don't need a piece of furniture, it's just sitting there gathering dust, then, somebody in need, they can really take advantage of, new things coming into their life or new for them. So take a look at that really closely and decide what that needs to be for yourself, whether it's your closet or your heart or whatever. So the third one I really love here, you guys, is a prosperity invitation. This is inviting, obviously, wealth and abundance into your life, whatever you would like to prosper in, whether it's your love life, you know, your bank balance. Really start inviting that in. If you have any sort of abundance blocks, look at what is going on for yourself. I try to do videos on all these topics for you guys. I did a video on blasting abundance blocks, so you might want to check that out on my channel. And some people keep on telling themselves that they're blocked, but they're not. So inviting prosperity can be as simple as finding a mantra that really resonates with you. And what I do on my other channel, Aries Fire Tarot, every Saturday I post an abundance mantra, you know, so it has to really connect with you in order for it to work. It should feel really magical and natural to you to really start inviting stuff like this in. I have my lists that I read every day, you know, to increase or embrace whatever it is that I would like to have happen in my life. I have a vision board, you know, I have my affirmations written down, and just really look at doing invitations, inviting the universe to come in. If you're having a really challenging time, you might want to ask angels for help. They're always around you, happy to help you. So the fourth thing I have here, it says to choose meditation. I read somewhere that if you're busy, do 15 minutes of meditation a day. And if you think you're too busy for that, then you probably need an hour. So meditation, it's very simple. It's very easy to do. It's sitting in silence and listening. You know, you don't have to attach yourself to every single thing that crosses your mind. But the key thing about meditation is, if you look at it this way, when you pray, you're asking for something, but when you meditate, you're listening for the answers. And I've done different videos on this channel on how to meditate and the many different benefits of it. It gives you a chance to slow down and sort of refresh yourself, and it's very calming, and it can help you eliminate racing thoughts and to learn how to not listen to things that you don't need anymore, how to observe things without attachment. You know, meditation can be guided. There's many different ways of doing them. I really like my gurus, and I pass these on to you guys every now and again. I listen to Steve Noble. He's a starseed guide, and he has some really amazing cleansing, affirming meditations, and he's got some short ones and longer ones too. And I also like Power Thoughts Meditation Club and Kenneth Suarez in particular, and his last name is spelled Souras. I'm not affiliated with those guys in any way, but I find that they're like my pinnacle of gurus. So I've also done a video on using a mirror meditation technique that is quite, like, it'll really launch you into the process of feeling comfortable with meditation, especially if you've never done a meditation before. So you could try that out. And some people like to meditate in the morning or wind it down in the evening with meditation. And I usually do my meditations at night, you know, when it's calm. So the fifth thing that I have here for you guys, and this one is really cool, and I didn't know this before until I started doing some research on what we can do to prepare for the new year. And this one is to carefully observe the first 12 days of January. And why that is important is because apparently January 1st will represent the month of January, and the second, you know, it'll just correspond out to that month. So the second day is the second month, the third day is the third month. So I really wanted to pull some tarot cards and see, you know, if we can get some sort of peek into what could happen in the next year. So I'm going to pull 12 cards. I'm just really blown away. I wish I had known this before, you know, because when you're prepared for what the energy is coming in, you can use it to your highest advantage. So let me just clear this deck out. I've got the Gilded Tarot, and this is one of my favorite decks. So I hope you guys enjoy this bit. Like, I'm doing this as much for me as I am for you. I don't read my own tarot cards. I'm not able to see things for myself. I see things for other people. So let me know what you think, guys. And then we'll see what unfolds. And I'll probably end up watching this video like midway through 2021 and see if the cards were any sort of an accurate prediction. So I'm being guided to, wow. So I pulled the first card, so this is going to be January, and I keep on thinking that I'm going to lose track of what month I'm on, and of course I'm usually surrounded by pens, but I don't have one. Give me a quick second. Found one. So, okay, so for January, I pulled the 10 of Cups. So this is a great energy. This could be a very blissful month for you guys. This is showing a very happy home, a happy family. 10 cups in a rainbow over top of your house. This is probably your perfect dream house. Really just feeling comfortable. And that could come obviously as a result of decluttering your home and decluttering your mind. So 10 of Cups energy, this is the highest energy of joy and happiness in tarot. So I love this for you guys. So that's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down February so I don't forget. And we'll pull a card for February. And I'm getting right away in my mind romance. I mean, you know, Valentine's Day occurs in February, but I got a word romance. So let's have a card for that. You have the Emperor. So this is a great formative card for building your foundation. And if you are looking at romance, this could be the start of something brand new for you, or really rebuilding an existing romance. But when the Emperor comes in, this is, you know, somebody coming in to help you build the foundation. And this can really come rushing in, you know, when you are feeling joyful and happy with the 10 of Cups, then it invites new energy to come in for you. So there could be somebody very high up in a profession, or just really experienced in life, or an old soul come in to help you start really building in for the future, not just for this year, but for, you know, the rest of your life. So I love seeing that card. All right, so February could be a really strong building month for you. So I'm going to write down March, and then I'm going to pull a card for that. Hold on. Yay! So I pulled the 9 of Pentacles. So far it looks like 2021 is going to be quite a prosperous year for you. You could come into some sort of fortune. It could come in as a result of this Emperor coming into your life in February. The Emperor is very wise counsel. He's usually quite intelligent when it comes to managing money, managing households. And then you see the result of this in March with the 9 of Pentacles, which speaks of having money come in for you and prospering through the rest of your life and on into, you know, your children, your grandchildren. This talks of a very cyclical, sort of ancestral type of wealth that could really lead forward and bring you great abundance for now and always. So that's a great card too. I love what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to write down April, and really pay attention to your birth month here, you guys. And I say that because as I write down April, my birthday is in April, April 8th, and I'm actually going to be 56 this year. And I just can't even believe how fast the time goes, you guys. Wow. So anyway, yeah. Wow. So mind blown. I'm just going to pull a card here. Okay. So we have the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is being caught in an indecision, right? You have options here with the 2 swords, but something you might not want to look at too closely. This is a card of action though, even though it's very still and quiet, and sort of a refusal to look at what could be right in front of you, but it is an urging from the universe to take affirmative action before either the opportunity is removed or the decision is made for you. So watch out for that. Any sort of conundrums in April that you would need to resolve, because it's going to be very important for you to take, you know, the handle. Like, where are your hands? Put them on the handle, like grab the wheel and really make a decision and steer yourself in the direction that you want to go, because you don't want somebody else making your decisions, especially if that's been sort of part of your life so far. And you definitely don't want an opportunity to pass you by. And because you have this Emperor energy coming in February, then you should definitely be able to go and speak to that person and get help with this decision that could be very heavy on your mind in April. So I'm going to pull a card for May here. And yeah, I am writing everything down because I just have to. Okay, well, this is really cool, you guys. So it looks like any sort of indecision that comes in April will resolve itself in May. You've made that very difficult decision, and you've got these 2 wands behind you, which means you've taken that affirmative action. You're continuing on your path, and now there's a ship coming in May. So this is something that you're looking very forward to. It could have been a very challenging decision for you in April, but it looks like you're going to make the right decision and, you know, move on into the direction where you need to go. So very cool cards here for you. And, you know, sometimes you do just have to take that pause with the 2 of Swords to make sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing, you know, and weigh things very carefully, and then rely on that counsel of the Emperor that we have here. I need to take a sip of tea. Hold on for a sec. Hold on. Oh my God. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for June here. Tons of options opening up for you guys in June. You've got the 7 of Cups. Very important card here too. You know, as you move forward and you've taken your affirmative action with the 2 of Swords that we saw in April, moving forward, your ship's coming in here. You know, and I'm seeing more than one, and it's showing here in June, right? So tons of options. Make sure you prioritize what is the most important thing for you and go after it. But just know that the world is opening up in a beautiful and brilliant way for you when you see the 7 of Cups. So, so far I'm seeing very prosperous, very like opportunity laden year for you. So that's brilliant. I love seeing this for all of you guys. So I'm just going to write down the month of July, and I'll pull a card here for July. This is amazing. So like literally, if you guys play your cards right, listen to somebody that you really trust in that Emperor, you know, guide yourself accordingly, listen to your team and spirit. In July, you can start creating the wealth, creating the life that you would like to see for yourself. You have the 3 of Pentacles, which is the card of alchemy. If you guys don't know what alchemy is, I really want to recommend that you either read or listen to the audiobook, The Alchemist. Incredibly important how you can transmute any energy into the highest value for what you see for yourself. But you can see this guy, he's toiling over, like, I think he's a blacksmith, right? He's got his anvil and he's got this blazing furnace in the background. So it could be a little bit of hard work involved here also, but the pentacles are forming, you know, and pentacles represent money. And you do have the 9 of Pentacles, and that was in March. So you could get a little boost of cash in the beginning of the year to really propel you forward into what you want to see for wealth and abundance. I'm running out of room here. So that's really cool too. So let's have a card for August. I'm just going to write that down. Okay, so August, all right. So you could have made some decisions, and maybe you put yourself out there, you know, in the sense of creating wealth for yourself or romance or whatever, but it looks like there could be a little bit of self-doubt creeping in August. You do have the Nine of Swords, which involves quite a bit of stress and worry. So this could be the month for you to really start reinvesting in yourself. Do these other things like this prosperity invitation that we saw as the third point in what I was talking about. Choosing meditation to really calm yourself down so that you can navigate your way through any sort of stress and worry that could come in for you in the month of August. You know, it's just a little bit of stress, you guys, but you're probably at an age right now where you know how to handle it. So don't let it get the best of you. Stress can really lead people to second guess themselves. So be very, very careful about that. So I'm going to do September now. You have the Six of Cups. So if you guys are worried in August that something has slipped away, in September, there's going to be another chance. There's going to be another opportunity for you to get back on the Ferris wheel. I'm actually seeing one of those, what are those horses that they go up and down? Merry-go-round. Okay, so it could feel like in August that you got kicked off the ride, but in September, there's something coming back around here for you guys. It could actually be an old romance. It could be a second opportunity, you know, a business opportunity, but an important second chance coming in for you in September. So, you know, you could be a little bit down in the dumps in August, but don't let it last too long, and welcome in the second coming around in September that we're seeing here. So let me do October. Wow. Okay, so here is this big opportunity. It's coming in. Four of Cups. So be very careful not to miss it, you guys. Be very careful. Again, choose your prosperity in invitations and do your meditation so that you can see this coming in. If you do get involved with the second romantic invitation in September, be careful. Like whatever happens in September, don't let it block your intuitive guidance that you're getting, because there is something getting offered to you in October, but you don't want it to dissipate. Again, like be very careful about things. Do careful consideration, but don't get bogged down in that Nine of Swords energy. Don't let it carry over again. So the Four of Cups, this is a really divine opportunity for you guys, right? So don't be so dazed that you miss it. All right, so I'm going to pull a card here for November. Wow. Okay, so this is the card of like finally reaching that summit, you know, whatever the summit of your life is in November. So it could be an incredibly prosperous month for you. The World card represents overcoming every single challenge of your journey and finally standing on the top of the podium and receiving that gold medal. The laurel wreath here is an incredible sign of achievement. The World card is the sign of achievement in tarot, so be prepared to really start reaping rewards in November. So there's a couple months where things could feel a little bit dreamy or a little bit confused or diluted even. You know, you could feel like you've lost your way a little bit, but really regain your confidence and regain your footing, because your year looks like it's going to unfold in a very, very incredibly prosperous way. And this could be like on anything that you're working on. It could be a new romance. It could be a recurring romance that comes back in. You know, business, wealth, abundance, your health. So pay attention to, like when you start to feel like things are slipping, they're not slipping. You know, you're the one in control of your mind. And when you're in control of your mind, you're in control of your destiny. So really keep strong, you guys. Stay strong no matter what else is going on. And remember your Emperor energy here, okay? Remember this guy. And it could be a woman. It doesn't have to be a man. because they're probably going to be available to you for the entire year. So you can leverage their intelligence. And I also got the word abundance. They could be some sort of prosperous boon to you as far as wealth is concerned. They could just want to give you a little bit of money to help you on your course. And then you have the Knight of Swords for December. So this is also very interesting. Things could really start to push forward here. You know, especially if you were sort of caught in the Four of Cups energy, the Nine of Swords energy, Two of Swords energy, you could really start to move forward. This is, you know, having everything ready to go. You know, this card here with the World, it really reminds me of somebody standing at the top. You ever watch those skiers where they do, I don't know, what's it called? They do the long jump or whatever, and they're just sort of winding up, and then they finally go, and then they take that, I don't know what it's called. It's in the Olympics, I guess. And here it is again too. So there is something for you guys. You're right at the top. You're right at the precipice, and you're ready to push forward. And the Knight of Swords, it kind of amplifies that pregnant pause that you're taking. And I really need to clarify out this card, because it looks like you're ready to actually just cut the finish line, you know, that tape that people snap through when they're running. And then you have the Empress card. I pulled this for you guys here. Here's your brand new opportunity. It's like that flourishing and being nourished. Some of you could be welcoming in a new child or a family member in the month of December. So this is going to be a really big, important year for you guys. And it should be as bountiful, as abundant, and prosperous as 2020 was not. So I'm just being guided to pull one more card here for you guys. So you might want to do a diary of the first 12 days of January and look at it very closely, because it's going to sort of play out in your year, and what to be prepared for, you know, and how you can overcome these things and who you can rely on. This Emperor is going to be very important for you guys. So you've got the Two of Pentacles, so it's going to be a very, very busy year. But again, you've got that ship coming in here. There's a lot of money going around that you could pick out of the air. This is a beautiful card. There's a rainbow here, very calm water. You guys might want to look up spirit animal dolphin in the background here. Just don't turn your back on any new opportunities coming in. You want to really face them and welcome them in. And I'm just being guided to pull one more card here, you guys. Okay, so you have the Star card. So whatever else is going on in your life, like, keep that ideal picture of what you want. You're going to go through days where it's like, I just can't right now. It's too confusing. It's too hard. But really try to nip those thoughts in the bud so that you can stay positive with the Star card. Look at what makes you feel better. You know, remember to practice gratitude. Remember that, you know, your current reality, if it's dismal, if it's very stressful, it doesn't have to be your, you know, the rest of your life. It's just a moment in time. You're stronger than any doubts. You're stronger than anything than life has to offer you. So remember to call on, you know, if you're a star seed, remember to call on your star councils. You can do that type of meditation. Your team in spirit is here for you, and they want to just really water your garden of prosperity in 2021. So very interesting year ahead for you guys. I hope that was helpful in how to really gain your strongest footing possible as we go into 2021. And I hope everything is beautiful for you guys, regardless of what could happen in a moment or a day. Keep your eye on the prize, you guys. And I'm going to leave it there. So thank you so much for being part of my Oracle Rising journey. Namaste, guys. Love and light. Bye.